You heard him. My name is Jimmy DiResta, and I'm an East Durham, and I make things. I think my specialty amongst my clients would be getting things done. And I guess my specialty amongst my social media friends would basically, possibly, maybe be my variety of skill sets. Knowing and experimenting and attempting so many different skill sets, from blacksmithing to sewing, fabricating, mold making, all these different types of things. I think that's my strength. My creative process is I like to incubate on ideas. I like to get a tickle of a concept, and as that idea starts to tickle, I don't necessarily write it down. I let it incubate, I let it marinate. It says only pour 2 inches at a time, so I only poured 1.5 inches. But we'll mix up some more and put them back in there. It's not bad. A lot of times my ideas come from my observation. So I'll observe the way that's made, the material that's made out of, the way the person's using that. And those 3 things begin to morph together in the background of my thoughts. And then it comes to the front of my brain, and then I'm like, oh, that material with that action and that mechanism. Okay, I like that idea, thank you. I thank myself. I've always been fascinated with mummies in Egypt, and I studied Egyptology a little bit in art school. And I was always a big fan of Bob Breyer. He's as far as I know, the only person to ever perform modern day mummification. And not that I want to do a mummification, but it's always interesting to find a mummified animal where the conditions were just right to keep the animal's skin and bones and everything all together. It's a bit creepy, but I always thought it was cool. I get a lot of times people say, I watch your videos and I have no idea where you're going. I don't read the description, I just click because I want to see the puzzle unfold. I want to see the package unwrap, and then I'm always pleasantly surprised by 2/3 in that, oh, I see where this is going. Wow, interesting approach. What are you smiling at? This is Cletus. We're going to cast them in resin. I started seeing the logo, and then Derek from Malden went to a TotalBoat event. And he's like, they gave me a free hat. They gave me a pint of paint and a free paintbrush. And when Derek said that, I was like, sound like nice guys. It's probably Paul when I really first started seeing TotalBoat. When I started seeing the logos through Paul Jackman. There's gonna be some stuff we probably don't need. I don't really know how to do what I'm about to do. So there's the spine, should live like right there. If I set him up to dry like this will ensure that he won't stick to anything. I thought I would hang him to dry, but if I leave him like this, he'll pull off of this plastic, and any weird anomalies that are created by the resin pooling will just disappear inside of a chunk anyway. Capiche? This is TotalBoat paint on the floor here. This is the wet edge, really classes the place up. We don't have to get too crazy and resand everything, and just fix a couple little holes here and there, paint it, and it looks nice and vintage. And it's moppable, it really looks nice. This is like the slate blue color, this looks real pretty. When you build a boat, it involves every sense, every material, every skill set. So that's what I love about TotalBoat. It is the total boat. You can go there and get anything from TotalBoat. There's so many resins to choose from, and there's so many different options. And I always found it in the past that with resin companies, it's almost like, it's like going to Shell Oil and saying, which is the best? There's no personality. It's like all these giant resin companies, they're like lizards. Like you can't get any like human touch from them. And that's the one thing I love about TotalBoat. Yeah, my experience with TotalBoat is just always been fun, loving. At shows, they're always positive. They always think of fun toys for everybody to play with because everyone's bored out of their minds. So everybody always hangs out at the TotalBoat booth. It's just warm, fun, friendly, and there's always good booze. Even though I don't drink, everybody else gets drunk and I get to hear all the gossip, so it's great. In the past several years, my dream project was this rowboat that I'm working on. I saw it in 2019, and it was just a bunch of guys who had handmade their boats, all got together at this lake. And I saw that boat, and I literally fell in love with it. I was just like, who made that? Who's that? Who makes that? And then my friend John goes, oh, that's a kit that we sell, and we sell the plans. I'm making the boat out of my former front deck of the house and using it on the boat. I think it's going to be a great story, and it looks good too. I say the biggest advice I give to everybody is experiment and tinker. A lot of people make the mistake of having an idea in their notebook and they jump right to trying to make the perfect finished version of it. There's so many skill sets you need to learn when you do a project for the first time if you haven't had experience with these various skill sets. So it's really important to attack a project with knowing that this is a rehearsal round. And once you get good at the various aspects of it, then you start workshopping that idea, just like a play. That's why they do the rehearsals, they do the table reads, they do the rehearsals, and they do the workshops in front of an audience. And then when they're ready to open up for the reviews, there's all these steps. And when people hand make products, they go from an idea and go, that's it, I'm gonna build a canoe. And they never built one before, and they've never experimented with any of the techniques, and they don't have any idea. And when it doesn't come out absolutely perfect, they feel deflated. That should just be your rehearsal round. Then you make another one, and then another one, and another one. And as you make more, you get more skilled, your work starts to be more refined. My advice is, don't go for a triple grand slam home run every time you get to bat. You gotta experiment and tinker and develop your skill set. I see myself in 10 years from now here on this property, hopefully still under 200 pounds, with horses and plenty of animals, and maybe a couple of more antique cars of quality. I'm gonna kind of parlay that into like big, beautiful, fancy cars that are hundreds of thousands of dollars, if things go well, with TotalBoat paint. I feel my purpose here is to teach and inspire people. Inspire, educate, and entertain has sort of been my mantra. Inspire, educate, and entertain. And that's what I try to do with my videos. I'm getting comments from all around the globe, and it's just amazing to see people saying, I started my career because I watched this, and that gives me purpose to move on and keep doing it.